So this is an FDA-approved device that you can use at home. Explain the vision here.
Yeah, thanks for having me on today, Emily. The way that we think about chronic care is that folks who are chronically ill naturally need more care. And so this can't just be done when they're seeing their doctors or within the four walls of a hospital. This also has to extend to their home. You know, if we're monitoring them from their home and if doctors are able to collect more metrics from their home, we're able to see if their condition is worsening over time. And for those folks who are at risk, we're actually able to prevent their disease from escalating.
Now, when people hear simple blood test, a lot of people think of Theranos. I'm sure you've heard investors say that in the boardroom. How is Athelas different, and how do you battle that kind of skepticism?
Yes, no, I've heard of the company Theranos at this point. I think, you know, we really just focused on the data. Like for us, that was what it was. When we started the company was when all of the talks about Theranos really were beginning. And so we took a really focused approach on just clinical trials. What are the numbers telling us? You know, A/B testing and really getting that FDA clearance. And once we got that clearance, you know, we really felt like a lot of the skepticism was falling away. We're not doing hundreds of tests with a single drop of blood. We are focused on 2 tests and we do them really well.
So you've got this blood diagnostic product, also looking at blood pressure products, pill tracking, weight monitoring. What kind of future products are you considering developing, and how does that fit into the bigger picture?
Yeah, sure, Emily. The way that we think about chronic care monitoring and remote patient monitoring as a whole is really the future of healthcare is going to be in really smart passive sensors, in really intelligent software mixing with really intelligent hardware. And so what that can look like is intelligent sensors in your toilet, in your toothbrush, in your sink. We want to be passively monitoring different biometric data and seeing how all of those little puzzle pieces fit into the greater picture longitudinally.
Now, I know the goal at one point was to detect the flu or other diseases. Is that something that you're still working on, or perhaps preventing or detecting the next pandemic before it happens?
You know, I don't think we'll be able to do much for the COVID virus itself, but I do think that in a world that, you know, where at-home mandates are possible and just being remote is likely going to be the future, I think that in that world, it's going to be really key for doctors to be plugged into patients' care. And when it comes to chronic care monitoring or even something as simple as a checkup, you know, patients who are doing telehealth visits need to be able to transfer their biometric data in a really clean way. We want to be able to help with that specific thing.